Jeans double stuff, yes. I'm turned to the max, these little itty bitty niggas know it's up. Chopstick came with a large low man. As he clipping it, nigga, I ain't got no aim. I said bomb ain't pocket feel fresh romaine. And I stay with the cash like an SO chain. 5500, nigga, that's your range. When I came to the club, make a storm hurricane.
Episode 5.
All right, y'all, welcome back. This is episode 5, the 5th installment, the 5th phase of TR3LAND, and this is your favorite host, TR3LAND. And I'm hype about what we're gonna be getting into today and what we're gonna be talking about today. This is gonna be the first official non-sports episode, and you know, it took me a while, I guess, to really step into that realm, and I was being hesitant and kind of doubtful of myself, but I knew all along that I wanted this to be more than a sports channel. Like I've already had names for, like I said, like I've been saying the last couple of episodes, I've been thinking about this for a long time, so I've already had sports names and themes and stuff for if it was gonna be a sports channel. But like the main reason for the name is that I want it to be way more than about sports. So I'm excited about what we're gonna be talking about today and what it can lead into as far as like guests and content. And without further ado, let's dive in. All right. Episode 5, okay. This is basically just gonna be an intro, an overview, and basically just telling you what I know about the Metaverse, cryptocurrency, blockchain, and NFTs, all right? And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything. I'm just gonna tell y'all what I know based on the research that I know. And of course, we're gonna get more people in here that are like more knowledgeable and more, diverse in these areas. And we're gonna get them to share their insight on it as well very soon. And be looking forward to more interviews too. I forgot to say that. Be looking forward to more interviews too, coming very soon. All right, y'all, so let's get started. Intro to the Metaverse. What is the Metaverse? That is a great question. And I'm gonna give, before I even start, like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna give what I know. I'm not gonna pretend to act like I know everything about this, because it's a brand new term. It's a brand new concept. It's a brand new, just situation, that just came about. So it's scholars and, people that have like PhDs in this field that, don't know everything about this. So I'm not gonna pretend and act like I know everything about this. I'm just gonna tell y'all what I know, and hopefully y'all can comment on the video and let me know what y'all know. We can share ideas and everything. But I really just wanna put people onto this, especially people that look like me. And so that's really what this is about. I want to get like people that look like me more knowledgeable about this thing, because I really feel like it's going to be a money breakthrough. But without further ado, let's get into it. What is the Metaverse? In summary, it's basically the succession of the internet, right? All right, y'all, before we get started, I just wanted to explain an example. I feel like everyone pretty much knows what they did or how they acted when a invention or like a technological advancement was presented to them in the past, right? Like whether it was social media or like cloud computing or, something like that. And, I feel like humans, we're naturally conservative creatures at heart. And what I mean by that, I feel like we kind of cling to things that we are used to, and things that are like we're used to seeing in our like way of life. And anything that's kind of going to change that slate or like feels different, we kind of push back from. And I don't want to get political at all, but sometimes that's the right way to look at things, and sometimes it isn't, right? Key example with me, I went to an all-boy private school, right, in Bay St. Louis called St. Stanislaus. It was a boarding school too, so I went to school with kids from all around the world, all walks of life, Chinese, Vietnamese, Mexican, and like in my 10th grade year, I remember a couple of my buddies that were in the dorms trying to tell me about this new form of currency, right? And at the time, I wasn't even, I want to say, deflecting off of it. I was receiving the information. I understood what they were trying to say, and I could see it benefiting us in the future, but I didn't act on it, right? And let's just say those buddies that I knew in 10th grade that were getting Bitcoins for like $20, $25, let's just say if they somehow held on to those things and didn't lose them through a hard drive or something, I can pretty much bet that they're doing all right for themselves right now, right? And that's really the same thing that I want to say about the metaverse. And that's like the whole reason why when this information was presented to me at this time, like I said, I'm not going to miss this, because I'm hearing that it's a $1 trillion industry, and that is going to be the new thing. It's basically going to be life in a few years. And the people that get on it early, they're going to be the people that benefit the most from it. And that's with anything. That's with new land, that's with invention, that's with life. So let's just really go into what is the metaverse. The metaverse is basically the succession of the internet, what we know as the internet today. So it's basically an expansion of like digital space where we can interact, talk to people, get work done, sell things. It's basically a new way of life, right? And okay, so look, if you are completely lost and don't know what I'm talking about at all, here's what I want you to keep in your head. Think when I'm talking about metaverse, think about Sims. The Sims, the video game, it's not like Sims. It's definitely way more to it, but until I get done explaining everything I know, and if you're still confused, think Sims in your mind as I'm explaining this, all right? So why is it important? It's a few reasons why it's important, but the main thing and the main reason of why it's important is the times that we're in. And basically the things that the life as we know it and what we've been having to go through the last basically 2 years. The pandemic has made us have to live a whole different way of life. We basically been going virtual with everything. If you're in college or in some type of school, you've experienced having to go through virtual classrooms. Some people have been working remotely, and it's really made us really cling to our phones even more. Then, like, I feel like we were already kind of sucked into our phones and social media, but like now that it's like the only way to connect, because it's not really safe to be around a bunch of people, it's made us even lock into it even more. And I feel like that's where the metaverse comes in, because it's Web3 is more than just you looking at your phone. It's basically trying to bring it all to life. So and that's the thing, we don't know when we're returning back to normal, quote unquote normal. When this first started at the top of 2020, we thought that this was going to be a quick, few months fix. And here we are in year 2, and it's more variants coming out and like more. So we don't know when we're going to turn back to what's called normal. And this has really what started like these technological advancements. The metaverse has been in talks, amongst like scholars and, computer scientists and programmers and things like that and developers. It's been amongst talks, but it accelerated once the pandemic hit due to its need. Really, it was a serious need for it. People couldn't get together to work, and like it was a serious need for it. So, and then when Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know if y'all saw that video, but when Mark Zuckerberg came out with that video of him and basically I think he was in AR, in augmented reality, basically saying that he's changing the whole company's name from Facebook to Meta. I feel like that kind of pushed the doors open to it as well, because Facebook reaches 1 billion something people, and and they put $10 billion into their metaverse side of the company. And I feel like the main thing that Mark Zuckerberg was trying to say in that address was that he didn't want people to think that Facebook was a social media company. It's really a company about getting people to connect, and socially and in a working environment, getting people to connect. And it started off as social media. In 2003, 2004, we didn't have any social media. So that was, the platform for it now. Now we're in 2022, there's new life circumstances, there's new, problems. And like I said, it's been like 18, 19 years since Facebook. So it's time for a new thing. And that's what he's basically been trying to present. And since then, it's been a lot of breakthroughs with the metaverse. Okay, y'all, so another reason why the metaverse is important is because it's going to open up a whole new world. It's going to open up a whole new economy for people to earn money, for developers to create new worlds, for people to make new games. It's really crazy to think about, and I don't know if y'all heard that number that I said earlier, but a bunch of scholars and, financial gurus have been saying that this is going to be $1 trillion industry. Now, when I heard that number, I guess the main thing that I was thinking was that even if they are off, right? Say they're exaggerating, right? And they say it's going to be $1 trillion industry in 5 to 10 years. That is insane to think about. But I was thinking, boom, even if they're exaggerating, right? Or maybe like, capping a little bit, or, maybe just misleading us a little bit. Even if it's somewhere around that number, anywhere around that number, like percentage wise, like I want to be a part of it somehow, and like that was really my thinking behind really just trying to dive into this and see what it's about. And all of this really points to one direction. The metaverse could be the next major online destination where global users can congregate, buy, sell, play, and work. It's gonna start off as an alternative to social media. It's gonna start off like only, people who have these glasses or this headset gonna be the only people that can, get on it. It's gonna start off as basically an alternative to social media. But slowly but surely, it's gonna become our new way of life. I'm telling you. And the whole reason I'm making this video and being, I guess, so adamant about this is because I want us to get on it and like in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's like investing into it or get into it yourself, learning how to program. I don't want us to miss the ball on this. So, according to a U.S. survey, 33% of people in the U.S. don't even know what the metaverse is. That's 1/3 of the people, and 36% said 36% said that they will not be willing to participate. So we're already, I guess, low right now, but I kind of knew that it was going to be, I guess, a generational difference. My uncle is an engineer in Houston, and he knows about technology. He has to use I guess different equipment and things like that. But he's also like approaching 40, so he doesn't want to hear anything about metaverse or VR headsets or anything like that. But it's saying in the research that people, younger people, are receiving this more and giving it more of a shot than people above the age of 30, which makes sense. Which you really think about it, like older people, like that's really a far stretch to them, and as far as like what they've seen all their life, it's hard to, I guess, conceptualize that it's gonna be a whole new life on Earth type thing. So like I can see how that's kind of hard to think about. But I guess okay, so I've told y'all the best way I know how, what is the metaverse and why it's important. And I guess the next thing I can tell y'all is how do you, I guess, get started. Okay, so for getting started, to get started, you either gonna need AR glasses or a VR headset. AR basically means augmented reality. Those are basically like those smart glasses that kind of pop out 3D. I think y'all know what I'm talking about, like those Google smart glasses. You either need that or you need one of these VR headsets. This is an Oculus Quest 2 that I recently got. It's made by Facebook, and you can enter the meta that way as well. You can still surf the metaverse on your phone, but you will not get the full experience of, I guess, what people are talking about. But yeah, this is all, and I'm gonna drop some footage about what I've been doing in this Oculus and show y'all, because I'm a believer in that it's better to show somebody than tell them. So I'm gonna cast and screen record what I've been doing in here, and I'm gonna probably add it to the end of the video just to show y'all a visual of kind of like what it looked like and what's going on in it. But really the steps is just you just start your headset, you make your avatar, connect it to the internet and everything, and then you just start exploring new worlds and new lands. You meet new people, and you get invited to these new lands, and you try to basically network, and hopefully you run into an NFT or someone mining an NFT or giving away an NFT. Here's another pause. What is an NFT? I'm gonna explain that too. All right, so guys, what is an NFT? So anybody that's watching this show, if you have any type of social media, I know from God that you've seen these 3 letters somewhere on your timeline or on your feed. Excuse me. And an NFT, I'm gonna break it down the best way I know how, and then I'm gonna just let y'all, run with it and think what y'all want to think. And NFT basically stands for non-fungible token, okay? And I'm gonna just break down each word really. In our economy, like I don't want to take y'all back to economics or anything, but in our economy, we got two types of goods that can be sold: fungible and non-fungible. It's basically the same thing as like renewable, non-renewable resources. This shirt is a fungible shirt. These shoes are fungible. This computer is fungible. It's unique, but they make thousands of other shirts. Till Tommy Hilfiger makes thousands of other shirts just like this, right? Something that's non-fungible in the world is something like diamonds, land, gold, something that they are not making more of, right? And something that they are not making more of. And of course, the things that they are not making more of have a lot more value than something that's fungible, right? And all this is basically another thing that can be non-fungible is artwork. Artwork, like the Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is a great example of something that's non-fungible. And that's really what NFTs are in a nutshell. It's like, it's digital artwork that people aren't making more of that you can own in a metaverse. So, like I said, the same thing with like crypto and NFTs and meta. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. We're all counting on people moving on to this and really treating this as value. And you know, that might be scary to you, but the whole concept of giving something random value is not new. We did the same thing with, you know, art. Like it started when someone said this painting is worth X amount of dollars, and you know, and it just built on from that. Same thing with the money that we use today. Somebody grabbed a piece of paper and said that this is going to be worth something, and it took like influence and people getting behind it for it to actually pick up steam. So that's the same thing with these NFTs. So it's basically like digital artwork. You know, I know you probably been seeing like the monkeys and things like that. They're even selling like highlight clips, like small highlight clips as NFTs. And you know, it's kind of crazy. But the token part is basically the how you purchase the NFT. The only way you can purchase an NFT is through buying it through a cryptocurrency. And so yes, you buy these NFTs with cryptocurrency and you use the blockchain. And the blockchain, I'm gonna summarize this the best way I can because I'm not fully in depth. I don't fully know everything about it, but from my understanding, the blockchain is basically the new banking system and regulation for this new world that I'm talking about, basically the metaverse. So all of these coincide with each other. And yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said in the beginning, look forward to 2 more interviews coming very soon. And I think that's it. I feel like it was one more thing that I had to tell y'all. It's not in my notes, but I can't even think. But yeah, I think that's it. Look forward to 2 more interviews coming this week. And I'm gonna show y'all what I've been doing in this headset too, to give y'all like kind of like a visual representation of what's going on. And yeah, man, I think that's it. Episode 5, TR3LAND. We out.
Yes, I'm turned to the max, these little itty bitty niggas know it's up. Chopstick came with a large romaine, as he clipping it, nigga, I ain't got no aim. I said bomb ain't pocket feel fresh romaine, and I stay with the cash like an SO chain. 5500 nigga, that's your range. When I came to the club, make a storm hurricane. And nigga pull up, think he G.I. Joe, man. 762, turn him G.I. Saints. Uppity. Moonwalking all on the money. When I moonwalk, my diamond still sunny. When I moonwalk, I don't use no 20s. When it come to the drip, not in front of me. When Balenciaga on my jacket, my shirt, and my pants, and my socks, and my undies. Yeah. Wow. I too litty. Yeah, bitch like Chinese kitty. 942 in my section, no rim. Let's go. Took JT out the city. I can make a hoe get way too sticky. Yeah, way too sticky. But hold up, don't you got a whole situation? Live my life too rich. How you doing? Say I'm doing great.